What's up guys, Luke Deutschlander here. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about the two types of phone flipping inventory cards that I'm going to be offering you guys. You guys can download these after the video, and I want you to try and use them with every phone purchase that you guys do. When you get really experienced, if you don't want to use these, that's your choice, but I still recommend that you do them just because of the fact that if you pick up 5 phones in a day, you're going to have a hard time remembering at the end of the day exactly which phone company each phone is for, and if there's anything wrong with them, any password locks. And on top of that, I'm going to show you a way to kind of organize your phones also at the end of the day, and then kind of put them on a shelf, and they'll always be organized, and you'll know exactly what you're selling when you list your phones on eBay. So today we have, for an example, is an iPhone X here. Now this iPhone X has an inventory card with it. I bought this, I think it was 2 days ago. I think it was Friday, August 3rd. And I want to show you guys what the first inventory card looks like. So this is what they are. They're kind of nice. It's pretty simple, streamlined. It just says the item name, the IMEI, price paid, the date, clean ESN or bad ESN, phone company, AT&T. Is it password lock? I circled no, and then it says if it is, Samsung, Google, or iCloud. Charge port working, yes or no. Cracked glass, yes or no. If yes, is it a cracked LCD? Power button works, yes or no. Home button works. Water damage, factory restored, some notes, and then does it come with extras? So these are pretty simple. I like these little phone cards. Sometimes I use these, if I have like 8 to 10 phones in a day, just because of the fact that they're pretty simple and they're easy to fill out. Now, talking about the organization of using the phone flipping card. So what we're going to do with this, guys, is at the end of the day, when you come home with your phones, you're going to take the phone that applies to this, and you're going to match it up with the index card that you got in your briefcase or wherever you're storing the phones throughout the day. You're just going to take it like this and wrap the phone in it. And then you're just going to take a simple Ziploc bag, like so, and you're going to put the phone inside the Ziploc bag with the notes. That way, after you've listed this phone on eBay, if it doesn't sell right away, or let's say you get a bunch of other phones, you can reference each bag with the phone flipping index card and know exactly which phone to ship out on eBay. And that way it kind of keeps everything organized and you don't have to second guess things, etc. So that's really kind of nice. Now, I want to show you guys the advanced phone flipping card. This is the other phone flipping card that I used, and I actually more recently have been leaning towards this one just because it's really detailed, and I like to make sure that I have a flawless reputation on eBay. I don't want to get any kind of returns, and what I actually do is I ship these inventory cards out to the customers that I sell my phones to. That way when they get the phone on eBay, or when they get it from me off of eBay, they know that I checked this phone over extensively and that everything is good. And I also actually post a picture of this in my eBay listings. So this is the phone flipping card number 2 that I use. This one is far more detailed. As you guys can see, there's a big list of stuff here. So I'll kind of go through it with you. At the top, you can see it says we've got item name, we've got IMEI and serial number, we've got the model number, we've got the phone company it was used for, the price paid, the purchase date, bad ESN or clean ESN, and as you can see off to the right, it says yes or no, so you just check box everything. And then we've got a password section that shows if it's password locked, iCloud locked, Samsung locked, or Google locked. Then we've got device functionality. We've got boxes for charge port working, power button working, home button working, volume button working, microphone/speakers working, camera front and back working, battery life holding charge working, yes or no. Then we've got device cosmetic condition, deep scratches on screen, deep dents or scuffs on frame, cracked glass, lines or screen or discoloration, which is like a bad LCD, cracked glass and LCD or black spotting, which is also bad LCD, but sometimes with the black spotting you can still use the phone. And then last we have water damage, and then we also have is it reset and ready for sale, factory restored. So you always want to restore your phone before you list it on eBay. So we always check yes on that one, unless it's locked or you can't for some reason. And then we have a box for extra accessories, yes or no, and then 2 lines so you can write what kind of extra accessories in them, and then additional notes. And the additional notes, that might be something maybe you found out about the phone later on, or maybe after you went to go resell it, or if you get a return or something, that's always there. If there's just kind of any extra notes you want to put in there. So this is kind of nice, guys. This, like I said, this inventory card number 2 pretty much covers every single thing you can think about the phone, without getting too technical. It is a full sheet of paper, but I do the exact same thing with this. So when I get home, at the end of the day and I have a bunch of phones wrapped up in inventory cards, I simply take the inventory card, I fold it over the phone, or fold it in half more or less, and then I fold this one more time just because of the fact that these are bigger than the other inventory cards. So we make a few folds, just 1, 2, and then put the phone inside of it like that, and then put it in the Ziploc bag. And this is really going to kind of keep things streamlined for you guys just because of the fact that, you know, if you aren't doing this, you're going to lose track of your phones. And you're going to lose track of, you know, which phone has this issue and which phone is that carrier. And you guys really don't want to be doing that to your customers because your customers are going to become upset. And you don't want to have upset customers, especially on eBay, because if you start getting bad feedback on eBay, eBay can shut your account down. And that's not what we want. We definitely don't want that to happen. So anyways, guys, just like I said, an example here. So this is phone flipping index card number 2, and then we have number 1 here. So whichever one you guys want to use. I honestly recommend starting with number 1 just because, you know, it might be a little simpler for you, but I recommend as you scale, I really recommend that you start using the phone flipping index card number 2, the one that's a little more complicated, and I recommend that you ship a copy of this to every customer you have on eBay. I've been on eBay for like 5 years and I have 100% feedback on there, and there's a reason why. Is because I go the extra mile. I don't just treat my eBay customers as if they're just like, you know, spam phone buyers or, oh, it's just an easy way to sell my phones, I don't have to interact with that guy in person. I treat them like they're real customers in person buying from me, like as if I had a store. The third thing I wanted to go over with you guys in this video is the Phone Flipping Academy checklist. So this is kind of for newer people, but it's a really good reference to keep with you in your phone flipping briefcase or your you know, notebook or whatever. I know in the office supplies I show you guys a clipboard that you can buy. It actually opens up and it has compartments in there. But this is something that I actually keep with me, and it's just always a good reference to kind of keep in your head because, you know, after a while you get used to this and you might not check things. You might go through a phone super fast because you're experienced and you just don't, you know, you don't think about the little things, and that can happen. So this is the Phone Flipping Academy checklist. There's a lot of stuff on here. It's printed a little bit smaller, so it's really hard for me to kind of read this to you guys, but you'll just have to check this out and kind of read it off. And like I said, I recommend kind of keeping it in your clipboard and just kind of referencing it when you guys buy phones. So that being said, guys, make sure you guys are using your bill of sales. Make sure you bring the phone flipping inventory card with you. You know, print 4 or 5 out of these when you go, you know, out picking phones, and just make sure you fill them out as you get the phones, and then fold them up, put them in your Ziploc bags, and then throw them on a shelf when you get home. And that'll kind of keep you organized and just make sure your business is really streamlined. Organization is key in this business. You know, you have to be organized. It really makes everything, you know, just run a lot smoother. And another quick tip, guys, make sure when you guys get home, even if it's, you know, 10 o'clock at night and you're just dead tired, go on eBay, take your pictures, and list your phones every night. I cannot stress this enough. Phones do not go up in value the longer you keep them. They actually decrease in value. So it's best for you guys to list them right away and get them sold as fast as possible. Not to mention, if you go out flipping for a whole week and you end up with 20 to 25 phones, it becomes exhausting to have to take pictures of 25 different phones and do 25 different listings in 1 day or 2 days. So if you guys just kind of keep at it and just do it on the daily and be consistent, you guys will have no problems with organization, and you guys should have some awesome months, you know, in sales on eBay. I'll see you guys in the next video.